so I guess I'll just start from the top. But basically, I put in 50 bucks, played 50 NL, lost all of it, got down to $4. Didn't even consider like running it up, doing anything like that. But I quit my job in the meantime, my real life job, which like straight up sucked. I was making like $9 an hour or something like that. They treated me like shit. They treated like everyone like shit. It was straight up like it's like a straight up scam. This fucking place. I don't even want to name it, but it was just like utter trash. This is kind of a weird bet, but you know, it's a limped pot. Um, I limped this. This is a bad card. Like, there's no point in continuing. What's my so he takes weak lines, so like him betting here is like a fold, especially he bets the pot. So I was gonna like run it up, like I didn't consider like doing like a bankroll challenge. I made a like a fake bet like a long time ago with my friend, my poker friend. Um, that first one like 30,000 wins something, but I mean, it's not a real bet. We're not actually gonna stick to it, but it was kind of like a joke or like an incentive just to keep playing. This is back like when we were both on Ignition, and uh, when I quit my job, I was like, holy shit, like I have no income. I have 400 bucks to my name. I guess I'll just play poker in my free time. And I ended up like doing really well, and I started reading this book called Applications of No Limit Hold'em by Matthew Janda. Book is just like phenomenal. Goes over, you know, very like high concept stuff that like the average player like wouldn't probably understand anyways. Um, got queens under the gun. I say this because it goes over like the math of like minimum defense frequencies. You kind of have to understand like what the idea of a minimum defense frequency is anyways. And it kind of is he three bet me big. He three bet me big. I could honestly fold here. Like under the gun. I'm not happy about the situation, but I have inside straight draw. He's gonna bomb this flop, and he checks it back. No point in betting here. I have no showdown value. Jeez, what is with this? Um, Probably just gonna check call. I mean, unless he jams or something. Call it here. What the fuck was that three bet? So I need to make a notes. Three bet my unit gun open. With K8 suited. Anyways, that's suicide, by the way. Probably bet this flop. So then I ran it up. I just kept getting better in general, like at the game. I've always been a decent player since I took this seriously. I played full time for like off and on the last 3 years. There's probably two stretches of like 5 or 6 months where it was my only job. I'm gonna bet small here again. Yeah, I'm gonna three bet this. Um, so yeah, I ran it up, and I just kept grinding it. I took it really seriously. Like I basically like went back to the mode where I just think about poker all day, every second. Talked a lot to my friend Chris about it. He flat and then he raised. I think I'm just gonna get it in here. Uh, he either has like kings or aces. Fuck. Okay, that's fine. That's the only hand that I think I'm getting it in against. Flatted, then four bet with a. What am I gonna do? Flat and then fold? I mean, I guess I could. It's fine. We got kings over here though. Just so bad. That's so bad. I just don't know what people are doing that with online. Now I know. So I ran it up to like $1,000. Um, and that's where I'm at now. Is 1,000. Oh, he's short stacked, so this is good. I'm gonna bet every flop. Um, so that's where I'm at right now. I have $1,000, and it's kind of like all the money. Oh my God, what the fuck is that? Get some run bad right away, huh? But like it's like times like this when I get on it, I lose like a stack and a half right away that I hate, absolutely just hate poker. Like I hate the fact that like I have ace king and the guy like limp like flatted and then raised. Like I don't think there's a single hand besides aces and kings that I'm getting it in there with. This is a min raise, so I'm gonna three bet him. Oh, I should have made it bigger. Ah, fuck. Now I have like no fold equity, and I want folds here. I don't want calls. This is bad. So just like really studying the game and like sticking with it and like not actually thinking about like the I think I could bet this profitably and not like thinking about like the actual monetary value of like what's going on uh because how could you call this I have to check. It's one of the worst cards in the deck other than like the nine of clubs, probably worse. Just going through money like it's nothing. So just running it up and just gonna take poker like pretty seriously from now on. That whole hand went wrong because I didn't make it 4.5 instead of 3.5. It's little things like that that like really cut into your bottom line. So yeah, I I've ran it up to $1,000 by grinding like crazy. I actually shouldn't even be playing today. I'm really tired. It's like hungover all day. Um, we really want to play against this guy a lot. He has a lot of money and he seems to be like really soft. Just gonna check here. Two ways. I have queen 10. I guess you should bet because that's like the best you're gonna get. Uh, go 2.5 here. I'm gonna c bet this flop too, but I'm gonna bet kind of small. So yeah, you can do it. Like if you're dedicated to this game, you can run it up. Definitely run it up, but it's tough, and you have to be dedicated, and you have to kind of always be just worried that you're not good enough. Sadly, it's a tough game. It's a tough life, but I'm one of those people that I can't handle basically any job ever because I don't like someone constantly like telling me what to do in terms of being somewhere at some certain time and being somewhere for 8 hours for basically I don't know no reason. So that's why I pursued poker, but it does get old and it does get like it's just really tough dealing with a game that has like such high variance. Like it's high skill and high variance. So there's gonna be times we're gonna play against this guy. Um, there's just gonna be times where like you're gonna like run like so good. So I don't know what the fuck he's not why he's not c betting this if he's gonna call. Okay. There's times where like you're gonna like just make fat money when the variance is high, but you're on the good side of the variance. Like that hand that like he had ace king or he had aces and I ace king. Like yeah, like it's the worst case scenario for me. But he's just shouldn't be doing that often. This is definitely a bet. but now I know like flatting and then raising. Gotta call this min raise. Damn it, that's such a bad card. Like any spade. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If that was a spade, I'd just call. He probably had a set. It's almost like a set 100% of the time. That's like another thing like I do a lot is I level myself. Like that's trash. Like people play face up a lot and I actually sometimes like can't believe it. We're gonna be three betting like very aggressively at this table. We are definitely the most aggressive player here. Hopefully they notice. I mean, hopefully they don't notice. Doesn't really matter if they do or not. They don't know how to play against it. I have the best hand here like so often that I have to three bet it. I mean, I have to C bet it. Now we have like, you know, backdoor clubs, which is good, but I don't think he's gonna call here. Be sick if he raised. That would have just been gross, straight up. I hate this hand out of position, so not gonna be playing queen jack off out of position. Already down 50 bucks. What else should I talk about? Just talking about like poker in general, like the essence of the game, what's going on in the game. Yeah, online seems to be hopping now, which is awesome. But I really want to play in real life. The games are so awesome in real life because you get you get so conditioned to playing like online where you go heads up in a pot, especially if it's six max. Where like live, you know, you get a like a good raising hand pre, and you make it 5x because no one folds to like 3 or 4x, and then you get like four callers out of position, so the pots are just huge when you have value. It's awesome, and you kind of forget that how good that it is when you're playing 1-3 or 1-2. It's 1-3 at the casino I live by. I'm in Cleveland, but Cleveland is not like the greatest poker town in terms of like soft fish. It's good in terms of everyone loves playing poker. That's the problem. Like the 2-5 game is notoriously bad here. For those of you who've like, played 2-5 in Cleveland and have like done well, and you're not a reg, like you're not a towner, you just ran good because the 2-5 game here is most of the time it's really bad. Gotta see bet this flop. So he's a really soft player. Uh, in a way, like I'm glad that I got information about what he's doing pre. So I'm gonna three bet jacks out of position here. A lot of three betting hands going on here. Ace three is barely playable. Not a bad flop for jacks, but could have been better. I'm gonna raise ace three here. The queen's not that great, but I don't know. If he has a queen, he's just gonna raise here anyways. Maybe he'll flat. I don't know what he's thinking about. He's thinking about calling with his boat. I think I need to check. I don't know, like, ooh, that's a boat. That is a boat. Hmm. Not good news. Oh, the run bad. Got ourselves a little pot over here. I want to bet two because this is kind of a dry flop. Like top pairs, we're gonna take it down a lot. I could probably see a cheap river. Weird card. I'm gonna check call here. Heart. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, he didn't. Um, let's bet kind of big here. Let's get a raise. Oh. All right, we're up $10 here. $11. Just wanted to do a little session to celebrate my $1,000 win. I'll probably take a shot at 1,200. Making an average $50 to $100 a day, which is like good in terms of if you have like a low-paying job, it's good. I don't have much expenses right now, but I'm just starting up my poker career again. I guess I get asked all the time, you know, do you think I should pursue poker? And like answer questions like that are kind of like self-answered. If you want to be a professional poker player and you're willing to lose tons of money in the beginning and you're willing to have a very abnormal in the sense that it's not like the norm, like you're not doing a 9 to 5, your income is not like steady, like flatlined, like 20,000 40 50,000 a year, like for sure, like you go to work and you're an accountant, you go home at the end of the week. uh I can't call this. Hmm. It's just so big. I don't like talking about minimum defense frequencies, that like that book by Matt Janda um wrote, that I've been talking about. It's a lot about like your pot odds and stuff and like that. Like I don't need to continue much because he's making the price is so bad that I don't need to continue. Like I'm only calling with my best hands. I think that's like a huge mistake people play or make, is they're only betting, the sizing of their bets and stuff only lets their opponent continue at the top of the range. I'm getting three bet a lot. Maybe I should stop opening so wide. That could just be in my head though. You know, the guy, I almost guarantee like he's not three betting light. Uh, and I don't even think he's three betting ace jack. Because like most people aren't. I would have won that, but can't really call. Three bet was 7-8. So maybe it is 7-6 suited or 7-8. It doesn't really matter. It's the same type of hand. And like, so like, should I pursue a career in poker? Like, first of all, that's just on you. Like, how much do you love the game? Are you like totally obsessed and totally in love with the game like I am? Yeah, then do it. Cause like I wouldn't be able to like live my life if it didn't have to do with playing poker. Mainly like No Limit, Texas Hold'em. I've played PLO a few times. Uh, Studied it a little bit. Just not the type of game I like. Um, Ranges are just so weird and the variance is just so high. I'm not into it. Just really not. I don't like the game. I think Hold'em is like the perfect game. You only get two cards. It's awesome. This guy's really aggro. Maybe that's how he got $100. Maybe he's just lucky. Maybe it's Maybelline. So, a lot of my friends from high school and some from college. I mean, most of my college friends aren't dumb enough to like think they're good at poker. They're realistic. My college friends are like much more well-rounded in terms of their intelligence than my high school friends, if you want to know the truth. Even though all my high school friends did go to college, like 99% of them did. They, oh, we would have a boat. Like they think they're good at poker. I think like I don't know if it's like manly or whatever you want to call it, but um, you need to like just like stop being so egotistical and thinking you're actually good at a game that you play like once every 2 months. Like be realistic about your life. Like I play chess. I've gone in spurts where I've played chess every day for like like months straight. Like every day I play chess, I study chess, and like I'm so bad at that game. Like just awful at that game. I don't just get the game like on a high level. I never will. Um, there's this book that I read a long time ago. It's a science fiction book called Stranger in a Strange Land. It's by Heinlein. He's a very famous science fiction writer back in the day. And like there was this sweet word that they would use called grok. 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 And it means to totally understand something in its full like capacity. And like I don't grok chess. Not saying that like I grok poker, but like I understand poker like way deeper than I understand um, chess or almost any game I've ever played, just because of the time I put into it. So you're not gonna see bet ace on this flop. Like he got one bet out of me, I guess. Yeah, it hands like that. It hands like that. You have to like understand like my bet is so profitable in the long run. We play that hand like a million times, and if he's only slow playing his monsters like such a little percentage of the time that one time that he does that, it's fine. It's not a bad flop for us. I just wanted to make kind of like a low key video. Uh, this could go either way. Who's good have fooled? What? Oh, I thought I called. Pretty much don't want to call three streets here. Especially with that king there. It's a pretty bad fucking card. Uh, but they checked me. Probably should bet small so an ace doesn't come up, but it's the only card on the deck I'm scared of. If he bets, it's bad. She, whatever. Like, I would never really, like, $8. This is a fold. He, wow. Really weird. Really weird. There's this theory that I think was postulated in, think Dan Harrington's book on poker. That I never read his book, but I've just like read like certain aspects of the book, and it said something like there's like this game theoretical concept about when everyone plays perfectly, the person with the best hand should win. And this person like didn't play perfectly. He bluffed by the bottom of his range against like two players out of position who called like a street that probably I mean that bet's just like never gonna work. So we had the best hand. Excuse me. We had the best hand, and he made me full one. Uh, yeah, like there's a whole meta game leveling aspect of like I'm betting into two people, but like the card wasn't even scary enough for him to bet and like make us full. So it's a pretty bad bet. It's interesting that like poker has so much like written about it and like there's so much theory behind like every action you do. But like at the end of the day, you're only making like you're only capable of making three decisions on any street at any given like spot. Like, bet raise fold or check raise fold or defend with 4-5 off. I could probably like raise here, but he's gonna be continuing with like any king, any eight, any ace. Um, I don't think he has a queen. Yeah, this guy's clearly a fish. Just like plays an unbalanced range. Didn't put any music in this video because it's just me wanting to like talk about like poker in general. I love just like having a conversation. You know, my goal is to run this up to like 2 or 3K, which is not that far in the future if I start playing 100 NL, which I might actually do right now. Um, on this table, on this table. Even though like I think this guy's like kind of solid. Oh no, he's the one that raised under the gun with King Nine suited. Such a weird line. I understand like him doing that if he thinks I'm raising with like anything. You have to fold the worst hand in poker against him. This table seems easy. Very weak passive players. This guy has 128 though. Hmm. The suited connectors, the theory behind suited connectors, my thoughts on them is you want to be first in. Like you want to be, you want to have the pre-flop initiative because you need fold equity, uh, unless you're like closing the action and the action's like 4 or 5 ways, then it's okay just to flat with a suited connector because you want like good pot odds. Suited connectors are all about like hitting draws and like getting like draw. It's like all about like playing draws and stuff. That's why people really like playing suited connectors. They're fun to play. There's not like there's not like just like kind of like a set way to play. Like pocket queens kind of plays like very similarly like in all spots. Like you're three betting, four betting queens and like C betting like every flop and like that's it. Where like suited connectors, there's like all these different ways to play. It's kind of cool. I love playing suited connectors, especially like higher ones like 8, 9, 9, 10, Jack 10. King Queen suited, it's like my favorite hand. It's just fun to play. I don't really have a favorite hand. I don't even understand that whole concept. Like people are like, "Oh yeah, Jack 9 suit is my favorite hand." So you just like a hand that has like negative expected value. Okay, like if you want to be like a baby or a girl about it, like not to sound sexist, but like I so many times I play against girls and they're like, "Oh, it's my favorite hand." Okay, so you're gonna make some kind of emotional decision based on a mathematical game that is like designed around statistics, probability, expected values, and you're just gonna make like an emotional decision that has to deal with money. Like, okay, I mean it's fine if you don't want to take the game seriously, you want to do stuff like that. You want to play Jack 9 suited out of position. If you're recreational, who cares? But I don't really like play games recreationally, like any game. I played Puerto Rico today. It's this board game. It's pretty much the best like Western board game that I've ever played. It's kind of like Settlers of Catan. It's kind of like Settlers of Catan, but like with way less variance, and it's better. I mean, it's just like, in my opinion, mutually like exclusively better than Settlers of Catan. There's just more like you're always doing something in the game. You're always thinking about your next moves, your opponent's moves. In Settlers of Catan, like you're not ever really playing against your opponents, and like the times that you could be playing against your opponents, like blocking them out from like building a road. It's just basically like, do you have the materials to make the road? I'm getting off this too. I can't get anything going here. I want to play an L game or a 100 no limit game. um, like you're gonna like, but and then, like yeah, you could say I play Puerto Rico like recreationally. Obviously, like there's no money on the line. I'm not uh I'm not like trying to be pro at Settlers of Catan, but at the same time, what? Oh, I got about this. Um, but I still like don't take the game lightly when I play. Like I play to win with all my power that I can play. There's only a few things in life that I really like. $21 in here. Mm, seems juicy. Seems like a juicy game. 81 flop scene. Okay. Um, the only thing in life that I really do like totally recreationally in terms of like an activity that isn't just like real recreation, like drinking and like socializing with friends is just like straight up recreation. Is I play guitar. I play the guitar totally recreationally. Never once thought about taking it seriously in terms of like being a sessions player or joining a band. I really just use it as an escape. And I mean, there was times I really studied the music theory and really like made a really decided effort to get better at the guitar because I had like a lot of time off one time. But that was because I didn't have any money and wasn't playing poker at the time, and it's just a good like cool skill to have. Like you can like you're like part of the music, and oh, it's really cool. I'm not gonna four bet or see bet this flop. I could see someone call it the eight. Oh, I think it's time for me to bet this. If you're not betting on the river or on the button, then you're just don't really see how you can call here and like think this is the logical line. Uh, hmm, weird spot. Uh, I have Jackson eights with four high, so uh, yeah, I probably should have bet that. Oh, I should have bet that because he almost only has queen ten there. Um, if he had more behind, I would call. I don't have the right implied odds to make that call. Lots of folding, it seems like. Sorry, I'm not putting music on. I just really want to make this a chill session. Just talk about everything. I'm just really glad I reached $1,000. It's been my goal to put this at 1,000. I'm gonna start having to withdraw money from here to actually have real life money. Um, so Halloween's coming up. Gonna go to a few parties, so probably gonna need some money for that. Yeah, just playing really straightforward in these games. Might have to play a little differently here. I don't know. I don't think anyone at a 100 NL is like that strong either. I mean, especially I sat down at a game where these two are clearly the marks. These guys have a lot of money and they're not even in the hands. So these two are clearly the spots at the table. What's another thing I kind of want to talk about? Talk about implications of like, do you feel bad that you're taking money from people who like you're basically hustling people for a living? And Daniel Legrand, you wrote like a great post about it, and he said something like, "They're just gonna be gambling at a casino anyways. Why not it be you that wins instead of a multi-billion-dollar industry that doesn't need someone's $100?" I don't really care about that whole concept about like taking money from like degenerates and stuff, like whatsoever. Oh, I had a five. Shit, I could have easily bet this turn. I mean, I'm gonna get a lot to continue here, but I do block a king, so like king tens and king jacks would fold. I mean, they're blocked. One combination is blocked. I don't think it's that much. Uh, I actually might win this at showdown. Someone would have probably bet that nine. Ooh. Yeah, see, I knew I was gonna win that. See, King Jack, I knew someone, if I bet, like, he would have had King Jack, he would have just continued. Uh, I think I need to check this. Like, how could you continue with anything other than a queen? Yeah, he pots it. Jack 10 is the most overly played hand in poker. It's not good. It's just a middle suited connector, middle to high. Sick if there's a nine right here. I can easily. Doesn't have enough money for me to keep continuing. That's implied odds. My friend's gonna try to get on. My friend Chris, he's a really good player. He's taught me so much. About this wonderful game of No Limit Texas Hold'em. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Uh, hmm. Is this too light? I don't think my 10 high flush is like ever good there. He at least has a queen. I guess it's just like okay fold. I mean, I don't think calling is that bad either, but You know, lockdown board like that, I kind of like to play the lower variance type of play. Not really trying to go for thin value when you have the 100th nuts or something like that. Yeah, so these two guys seem to really be the marks at the table. Look at this fucking dumb flop. Mid raise, okay. Um, I'm actually gonna four bet this. Hmm. I think I gotta fold here. Didn't want to, but my friend Chris comes on. I asked him if he's okay with me recording because you really learn a lot from him. I think he's a great poker player. He doesn't think so. He's a pro. He plays full time. He he lives in I'm gonna three bet this like for sure. This is called a squeeze play, boys. You're making a three when there's yeah. I knew I was gonna win that. So the idea of the squeeze is doing it mainly for bluffs. You have an aggressive player, which I assume he's more aggressive than these other guys, and he makes an aggressive raise on these fish. So I squeeze them out. Ooh, but a king right here. Um, wow, he leads for six. Um, fold. I mean, he has 500. I could. I don't know. I mean, I have I have a gutter there. I think open ended. I call 100%. I put him on kind of like a two pair hand there. Not maybe even ace queen, but like ace. Was it jack? Oh, I want to three bet this so badly, but with the button behind, probably not. I would probably three bet a7 on the button to something like this. I've been three betting like a lot more lately. Seven. Hmm. Yeah, let's just fold. Let's exploitively fold. Let's see if Chris would get in. Really want to concentrate on playing really well here. I'm seeing if I can get him in this table. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Aces. Two fish call. Uh-oh. Pretty wet board. Pretty wet board. Bullshit. Bullshit. Look at this fucking guy just not caring about money. This guy just seems kind of like a weak player. Damn it, I don't like this. I don't like that flop at all. Alright, I got equity. Probably have to call this. Don't even want to. Hopefully someone's on hearts. What is this? Ace? You could have 2-5, boys. Gotta fold. Don't wanna. Yeah. Damn. Getting smacked around tonight. Chris is spectating this table, so. King 8 suited on the button is like part of bottom end of my opening ranges. So I'm going to bet it. It's technically not an open, I guess, but I'm opening up the raising game. Oh, he's here. He's right here. 3 ways I don't really get too crazy on a monotone board. Ace, queen, fold. Ace 4, 5. I'm gonna actually just like bet double the pot. Let's see about this. I'm gonna continue. That's so ridiculous that he gets that fucking jack. Hmm. Pretty good flop. This is like such a sick flop. You know, flopping the stone cold nuts. Um, alright, let's bet. Damn. Damn. These swings are way bigger than I'm used to. Let me get Discord going. I wish the guy has a fucking ace of hearts on that straight flush board. That would have been sick. Probably this is gonna be probably a long video. I'm gonna stream this for a while. Hope it's not too boring, but you know. Actually, I'm not gonna stream when he's on. So I will see you guys later.